And welcome one and all to Volume 5, our 5th edition here in this first season of Two Owls. Talking Sports, your go-to podcast for all things Overlake athletics. I'm Mike Davidson with my partner, Overlake AD John Wiley. And John, it has been a big week as we get into mid-October and some of these playoff pictures start to clarify. Take us around the horn from the last week in Overlake athletics.
It's been a fun one, Mike. We are rolling down the stretch here in October, headed into playoffs. In fact, we've already started the playoff season. Tennis got us going this weekend, but let's just take it back to Friday. Overlake got a big win on the, I should say, let's go back to Thursday.
We can.
We'll go Thursday. The Owls soccer team goes into Kings, comes out with a clean sheet, a 1-0 win. Great, very important win. They moved to 8-4 on the season in a really tough conference. That same day, volleyball has a home match against those Falcons from South Whidbey. It was sweep time, wasn't it, Mike? You were on the call.
Yeah, we did that call together. They looked real good.
Oh yeah, that was great. They are on their way to the playoffs. Tennis. We had the district tournament started on Saturday, and on Saturday we punched a ticket for one doubles team and another one on Monday. We'll get into more of the individuals in a little while. Also Saturday, cross country, hole in the wall. That's thousands of runners, some of the best in the West come up there, and we got 14 PRs, ran really, really well. That program is rolling. And yesterday, senior night for boys ultimate, and a very convincing 13-2 win over those Pumas from UPrep. So a lot of stuff going down, and excited about this week.
So you said some playoff pictures are starting to become clear. We can start with Ultimate. They are through to a playoff date on Monday the 20th. They will host the Bush Blazers in the 3-4 game out of the Emerald Sound Conference. Winner to go see Eastside Prep. So that's a big game. It really, talks about the success of that program. That they're hosting a playoff game.
Yeah, they've earned that right. They have swept Bush this year, so we're looking forward to hopefully getting them a third time.
And boys tennis continues to have one of their best runs perhaps ever, this team, as they have locked in teams now to the postseason. Who made it through?
On the double side, we had not one but two doubles teams qualify for state. Henry and Ben, who are seniors, have, they're repeating as state-bound double squad. Last year they finished second in the whole thing. This year they punched their ticket. They got to the finals and they won it in the district tournament. So congratulations to them. And then big upset on the other side. We had Eric and Sebastian Termulin, the senior. Eric is a freshman, and they got together only recently playing together, and they turned around and upset the number one seed, rolled right in, and finished with a state berth. So we're excited about those guys. We'll see them, both those teams, in May.
So again, for boys tennis as well as golf, the Emerald Sound Conference here on this side of the mountains plays its schedule in the fall, but the state tournament and competition isn't until the spring.
Correct. And golf's even weirder because half of our league plays in the spring, half in the fall. We're obviously a fall school. We went 5-1 in our schedule. We're pretty psyched about how much they've improved under Coach Prone. And they will turn around and play a conference tournament in early May to find out who's going to state. On the tennis side, they already know.
And girls soccer, you mentioned them briefly. They are moving up the table. That win over Kings was a big one for them as they jockey now for playoff positioning. Where does that stand?
Well, they're the number 8 team in state, which is fantastic when you consider there's 60-plus schools playing girls soccer in our classification. But in our league, you're only middle of the pack right now. They're 3-3 in league. There are, last I checked, 7 of the top 10 were arguably top 10 in the state are coming out of our conference. So we're ready to play. We got a big one today against Bear Creek, who's one of the top 2 or 3 schools in the state. We get to host that at 4. But for the most part, we're preparing to go on the road for the for the conference tournament, by either next Friday or Saturday.
So success in a lot of these programs. Of course, it's driven by the players on the field. John, who are your nominations for Player of the Week this week?
Well, I'll just give you some of my favorites from last week. Zainab from she had a big goal. She has become a finisher, really improved. She had those chances earlier in her career. She wasn't able to convert them. Now she is putting, as Mike Fine would say, the biscuit in the basket.
And that won a big one, right? That was a 1-0 victory. So
yeah, she was outstanding, outstanding. And then also Thursday, Katie Miskowski had 24 assists, 6 kills, and 3 aces. And she might not have, if you watch Autumn Palumbo play, she had a great night too with 10 kills. And they're just playing really well right now. So those are 2 great ones. Obviously, those 2 doubles teams deserve a lot of credit. And there were 14 PRs in cross country. George set his. He ran an outstanding 16:04.3, and historians of our cross country program say that is the number 2 time all time. On the boys' side, I would think Keith Hunter holds the top rank still, but George is on his tail. Really got great play out of great run out of George. Maddie, who's a fine leader, was fantastic as well. She PR'd, and you tell me, you were at the ultimate match last night.
Yeah, those the 3 seniors there that were honored have all been a part of that program for 4 years. They had the ability to spread it around a little bit and make sure everybody ate in that last regular season game. But the dark horse nominee I want to put out there is our own Dave Parsons. He went off last weekend, participated in the Chicago Marathon, was actually the number 1 finisher in his age group at the Chicago Marathon. I don't know how often we give it to coaches competing on their own, but I want to make sure he gets a nomination.
Well, you talk about a role model, right? This guy goes out and runs, and his age group is, let's just call it advanced. And he's one of the best runners for his age in the nation, if not the world. And he is running some pretty outstanding marathons, and he showed it again in Chicago. So if we could include him, we would. Unfortunately, we can't.
Not eligible. Well, it's a deep field anyway. Who do you have for Player of the Week here?
Maddie was she. I cannot tell you what she means, how much she means to that program. I don't wear the singlet, thank you, or whatever we're running in these days. But I will tell you that those 30+ athletes on the cross country program would all support her as far as how she has led them. She is the straw that stirs the drink. I think this PR is wonderful, but her leadership all season has them in a great position to go to state.
Outstanding. And then on the boys' side, you got a final nominee here, final winner?
Well, it's unfortunately we just have 1 athlete this week. George's numbers were amazing, though. I really think on George's side, when you run that fast, he's always had the ability. He is now combined it with a terrific drive. He's got a motor on him, and now he's shattering records. So we're really proud of him too.
And we'll have more to say on both of those cross country programs. The league meet is next.
The conference meet is on the 23rd, and that is at West Seattle. That's Lincoln Park. So that's when you find out who moves on to the district level, and that'll be the following week in Whidbey, and then it's Stade and Pasco.
All right, Coach Parsons and his squad looking strong. So here we are, the week ahead, John. We usually talk about the one hot ticket. If you were going to get a ticket to any upcoming Overlake Athletics event, what would it be?
Well, Thursday, I feel like you get your money's worth. And that would be, hey, if you really want to get out there to the Bear Creek Country Club and speak in hushed tones on the course, you're more than welcome to see Senior Day, where the Owls, who have had such a great season, will send off Amir Samji. They start at 2:30. I believe that one will be a fun one. But you got girls soccer senior day, same day Thursday, 4 o'clock start. You get the Tigers from Granite Falls coming into town. We're going to send off our seniors after the game. And just when you think it's over and you think, what do I do now? You can go get a taco up the hill outside the gym because we have evening volleyball and that's going to be big. So please take the trifecta, go with that. And, at the same time, you don't have school Friday, so no excuses. Come take part.
There it is, the hot ticket, the combo ticket on Thursday, a chance to celebrate some seniors along the way. Those are always special ceremonies and the perfect time if you haven't been out to a match all year to make it happen. So Thursday at Overlake, at the very least, come see soccer and volleyball back to back. Well, John, that will just about do it for Two Owls Talking Sports this week. We'll be back next week with some more action from all things Overlake Athletics. For my partner, John Wiley, I'm Mike Davidson. See you soon.